Okay, so today we're going to go over 20 vocabulary from Miss Radcliff's class. And I'm Erica. I'm Peyton Hillock's sister.
Hi.
Yeah, you must know her if you're in Miss Radcliff's class.
Hey.
Ugh, no excuse for not.
Miss Chin's.
Yep, or in any of her classes for that matter. Okay, so some of these she will be giving you examples for. And some of them, we just don't know an example. You have to come up with it on your own, I guess. Sorry we can't be of much help, but we can try. Okay, so number 1, weather. The state of atmosphere at a certain time and place. Humidity, the amount of water vapor in the air. Clouds, a collection of millions of tiny water droplets, which are pretty awesome. I got to play with them before. You take some wax paper and you put some water on it and you see little water droplets and how they try to stick together. It's so cool. It's like Play-Doh and stuff where they try to stick together in little tiny circular things or whatever. That's cool. You should try it. Get some water droplets and wax paper. Okay, so
It's fun to do. It's really fun. I tried it before. It's fun. You should try it.
I did it in science in 6th grade. Maybe if y'all still have a good science teacher, then y'all can do that.
Yes, because Miss Radcliff is the nicest science teacher ever.
Oh, she's a science teacher?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Dang, science teachers are fun. They're like the most fun teachers out of everyone. Yeah. Coach Orr is good too. I mean, he's like really funny all the time.
Get back to the paper.
Oh yeah. Okay, so clouds, a collection of millions of tiny water droplets. We just went over that one. I just wanted to get back to them. Okay, but yeah, that's a real fun thing to do. Wax and water. Barometer, a tool used to measure air pressure. That's funny because you say it's air pressure and then you have to go over air pressure. That's pretty funny. Okay, so air pressure. The weight of the air. Air in an area. Fog, type of cloud that occurs close to the surface. Yeah, I used to think that was just like, you know how you see factory smoke and stuff. I used to just think it was that. Really, like, where it cover up the air, and I'd be like, oh my gosh. Because that's really bad for the atmosphere. Like, in the, I think it's the ozone, I want to say that, where it's tearing it apart, and once it's gone, we're gone for good. And, okay, so, alto. Middle altitude cloud. Stratus, a spread out cloud that forms at low altitude. Cirrus, hair-like strands that form at the highest in atmosphere. Nimbus, clouds that bring precipitation. So you walk outside, you see them big, dark, puffy clouds. Well, I think they're puffy, but they're big and dark, and it's scary sometimes because you see it and it's like, oh gosh, it's gonna rain, the ground's gonna be wet, you have to walk in mud. Boys like that, but I don't know. Cumulonimbus, piled up clouds. So you go outside on a summer day and you see it and it's real nice and pretty outside, and you see them big puffy clouds going by and you say, oh, that one looks like a dog, oh, that one looks like a cat riding a skateboard, or a cat in a tutu. I don't know.
Or it looks like a lady rocking in a rocket chair.
Okay, so onomatopoeia, which is my favorite word, because, you know, you see, basically, I can read you the definition, but it'd be better just to tell you, think of a comic book. As soon as you hear onomatopoeia, think of a comic book. If you haven't read one, then normally you would see boom, pow, zoom, wow, you know, the very big words, and they're bold, and they pop, and that's what they're saying, and it's really cool, though, but the definition is using words to imitate sounds, so telling you what the sounds are. Alliteration. Repeating at the beginning sounds of words. Okay. That one's a pretty fun word to say because alliteration. Personification. When imitating objects or animals take on human characteristics. Imitating. Inanimate. I usually get that word messed up too. So, okay. Well, you see that word right there. Person. Then you think human characteristics. As soon as you see person, automatically that should click. Person and human characteristics go together. Sometimes. Most of the time. Okay. Similes and metaphors are kind of alike, and they're basically like the opposites of each other. And they both compare two things. That's the only thing I like about them, is they both compare two things. The very opposites about them is simile uses like or as. See, uses the words like or as. And metaphors, this one basically says one thing is another. So, same thing. And it does not use the word like or as. So, just think opposites. Okay. So, at least remember simile and metaphor are the same, as in they compare two things, but one of them doesn't use like or as, one of them does. And at least you got a 50-50 shot of getting them right. That'd be better than 25%, you know. Which is a great testing strategy to mark out answers or, you know, narrow it down. Okay, so stanzas. Lines of verses separated into a couple groups. So, you're reading a book and you're like, wow, there's a lot of paragraphs. You know, them things where it indents. And it's like, that's a paragraph every time it indents. Okay, so it's basically poetry. You know how they have the indents and they skip lines and stuff. And that's a stanza. If you're reading poetry, it's called a stanza. Where it has like indents basically. Usually it'll skip lines and stuff like this. And it looks like two groupings. That's a stanza. Couplets, two lines that rhyme together and are about the same length. See, now, right there, that's a keyword, about the same length. Okay, so they're not exactly alike. They're two lines that rhyme together but are about the same length. Hyperbole. Okay, so, like, okay. Here's what we're going to do for an example. There you go. My paper just grew wings and flew away. That's a hyperbole because that is extreme exaggeration. So basically it's like, but teacher, the dog ate my homework. That's a hyperbole because unless your dog's very weird, it will not eat your homework. Okay. So, rhyme. Words that sound alike. So, like, let's use at words, for example. You know, like cat, hat, mat, bat, sat. You know, you read them Cat in the Hat books all the time. Yep. So, you read Cat in the Hat. Everyone has to. If you don't, then you really need to get one because they're really, really good books. And sometimes, yes, he will have made up words, but his is like mostly rhyming words. So that's a great example. Cat in the Hat. But okay, so this was for Miss Radcliffe's class from Payton. And
hope you like it.
So she told me she had a test, and I'm like, oh, well, maybe we should do something for her class. So
For January 27, 2012.
y'all's test. Okay, maybe this will help y'all a little bit. I don't know. I know I got off topic, but at least I don't sit there and just read and be like, yep, get this. Bye-bye. So, okay. Hope this helps. Bye.
Bye.